Pisces, what's going on with you? I hope you guys are doing lovely. This is going to be your monthly reading for November. We're going to take a look at what it is that you guys can look forward to. We're going to look at the person that is prominent in your love life, and we're going to take an overall look at that relationship. Let's see what's going on here. What is it that you can expect? What is the overall forecast for the Pisces in their love life for the month of November 2025? The Empress. A lot of growth, a lot of expansion here, but it needs direction, ladies and gents. I feel someone is open to collaborating towards building something beautiful, to say the least. All right, someone is really opening themselves up to the possibility of unconditional love, to the possibility of growing and expanding together. All right, but I feel as if there's a necessity to direct that energy towards the best direction, towards the best trajectory. Let's see, tell me more. The Queen of Wands, you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Nevertheless, there's a lot of passion here between you and this individual. All right, there's a lot of attraction. There's mutual desire to invest and to grow this connection. So it seems. The Three of Swords, well, it seems to me like, don't tell me this is one of those situations that you guys had to go through the fucking ringer for you guys to realize how valuable you are toward one another. It's really what it seems like to me here with this Three of Swords. Nevertheless, this can also insinuate that there's, a bit of heartbreak here surrounding this connection. Yet, the prominent energy is growth and expansion, okay? That's really what I want to see. This is quite positive despite the fact that I'm looking at this Three of Swords. Furthermore, we got the Page of Wands and the Nine of Coins. All right, the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So, interestingly, we have the Queen of Wands and the Empress. Typically, the Nine of Coins is referred to as the Pre-Empress. All right, nevertheless, what I am seeing here is that, yes, there's a lot of allurement, there's a lot of attraction, there's a lot of desire to explore a connection. All right, there's potential, and what potential entails is simply an empty canvas. There's opportunity, and this opportunity can turn into whatever one makes it. All right, so y'all are at the threshold of a massive potential for a very harmonious and happy relationship. All right, we got the Sun, the Hierophant, the Emperor, and the Empress. I feel that this relationship has yet to reach this level of connection, but that is the potential. All right, I feel that if you grow from this, if you come together and grow together from this circumstance, from the situation that you have, or this trial that you guys have previously experienced with this person, that's the Emperor and the Empress energy. You got to understand that the Emperor and the Empress is the most, it's a very mature stage in a connection. And this maturity does not come with a silver spoon, isn't fed in it with a silver spoon. This comes through trials, through challenges, through, making mistakes, learning from mistakes, going through difficulty. The Emperor and the Empress is a relationship that is built on a solid foundation, right? But that's solidity does not come easily. What is your energy towards the person that you're dealing with, Pisces? What is your energy towards it? So you are appearing as someone here that wants to have success. All right. You want to have success. You want to have a new beginning here. I feel that there's a lot of clarity that is needed. I feel that you still are exhibiting a lot of uncertainty. So although you may feel enthused or excited with, the idea of being in a happy relationship with this individual, I feel that there's still a lot of missing pieces to the puzzle that you have yet to fully understand. You're appearing as someone that is quite observant, very cooperative here with card number 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Then we got the Three of Coins. I feel that you're trying to figure this out. I feel that you're, like I mentioned, you don't have all the clarity you wish you had, but things feel to be in a very beginning stage. I don't get the sense that this is a new relationship. This is something that's been existent. This is something that may in fact be experiencing a new phase within itself. All right, a renewal. But there's still a lot of darkness. There's still a lot of mystery. There's still a lot of obscurity here surrounding this connection. Wow. Speaking of a renewal, Ace of Cups. So I feel that you're going to be patient, or you're going to have no choice but to be patient in this situation. as you seem to be going through a process of overcoming some sort of wounds, emotional wounds. All right, I feel that you're also dealing with trouble in regards to being pessimistic and looking at the situation with disillusion. All right, I feel that you're going to have to do your best to be optimistic and not necessarily continue to dwell on the negativity, but more so begin to focus on the opportunity that is presenting itself, which looks quite promising. Like I mentioned, it's but a potential. All right, why the 6 of Wands for Pisces? 10 of Swords. You felt very heavily wounded here with whatever negative transition or ending this relationship went through. But the 6 of Wands insinuates to me that you are feeling quite heightened with the attention that you're receiving, with the cooperation that you're receiving, with the teamwork that you're receiving from this individual. This person seems to be appearing as someone that is coming quite forthcoming, if you will. All right, very clear, very decisive. And I'm curious to read into their energy, so let's look into that. What is this individual's energy? Whomever it is that, whomever it is that Pisces is dealing with, what is this individual's energy? What is this individual's energy? What is this person's energy toward Pisces? Death. So this is a positive energy to say the least. Okay, so it could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with, could be a Taurus. Nevertheless, I feel this death is really being propelled with love, with the desire of growth, expansion. All right, the death leads to a lot of stability, a lot of groundedness. The death insinuates a necessary transformation, a transmutation of things that need to change in order for there to be success. So as I mentioned, in order for you and this individual to have a better relationship, there's clearly certain things that need to change. And that's exactly what the relationship is undergoing, a transformation, at least this individual. Tell me more about this person's energy towards a Taurus or Pisces. Okay, so here we go from the death to the judgment. You see, this change that happened overall, more so internally within this individual, has led them to introspect, has led them to attain some sort of clarity or some sort of understanding here that is facilitating them in getting over some sort of emotional storm, ultimately leading them toward a greater openness to love within this connection. All right, I feel like this individual wants to pour into this connection. I feel like this individual is certain about wanting to invest into this relationship. I feel like this person is willing to do the necessary here with the Strength card. They're willing to bite the bullet. They're willing to do the necessary here with the Strength, face the devil, face the music. This individual is willing to go through whatever necessary changes need to ensue for the betterment of the connection. Absolutely, the Ace of Cups. So this person here is, in the month of November, is going through a massive metamorphosis, Pisces. All right, it could have been quite invulnerable here with the Four of Coins, but that is something that is changing big time here. With the Judgment, this individual is beginning to realize, and that's what the Judgment is, right? The Judgment, typically, in this state of isolation, what I can see is that this individual is going through a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplation, a lot of analysis, and it is through that phase that this person got the light. It is through that phase that this person got that illumination, that awakening of a new perspective, and that is what's compelling. This new perspective is what's compelling this individual towards this openness, towards this renewal, towards this, adamant energy of exploring this possibility that exists here between you and them. So, what is your advice? What is your advice in this situation, Pisces, for the month of November? What is your advice? The Eight of Cups. So, understand that you guys are going through a change. As within, so without, right? So as a relationship is changing, there's a lot of changes going on internally as well. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I feel that you're having to, mix your mind and you're having to blend your mind and your emotions here with the Temperance energy. But the Temperance speaks of cataclysmic change. I mean, through a more patient and meticulous method, right? It's not as catastrophic as the Tower, which is sudden and unexpected. This is more calculated. All right. With that said, ladies and gents, I feel that there's a necessity for you to really address whatever sort of emotions aren't serving you here with the Eight of Cups and actually make the effort to move on from that. All right. And one thing that you got to consider is that you guys are moving towards a new phase, a new beginning, and you do not want to take this old baggage onto this new beginning. You want to give this a solid chance. And that's what your person is doing. Okay, at least that's what I see internally. They're letting go of a lot. They're shedding a lot. With that death energy, this is like snake skin just coming off and then being reborn, renewed. With that judgment energy, this is a resurrection that they are going through, being reborn like a phoenix. You yourself need to get on track with that. You yourself need to get on, you need to have a sense of direction in regards to this. Don't just be passive. Do not just, be at the mercy of, well, let's see what happens and let's go with the flow. Yes, indeed. There's certain things that are out of your control. But what it is that you do have control over is what you attach to emotionally. Okay? And I feel that you're dealing with some sort of emotions that aren't aligned with the direction that you would actually want to go toward, which is your own healing, which is moving past this emotional storm, which is being fully open to the potential of love that's knocking on your door this month. So your advice is doing that diligent work to alchemize or to transform or to change your negative attachments or feelings that aren't serving your highest good. Open yourself to the unknown, all right? But without clutter. I'm taking this to the extended, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and continue to expand on your person's energy. What their most prominent actions are towards you, their long-term intentions towards you, their deepest feelings towards you. I want to look into the near future, and I'm going to be going with the flow, ladies and gents. If you're interested in the extended, the link is in the description. If you want access to all the extended readings for a discounted price, take a look at the second link. Good luck to you. I will see you guys next time.